And maybe we'll talk about nasal breathing first, and then that'll highlight the importance of breathing through our nose while we sleep. But, the only time you shouldn't be breathing through your nose is if you're sprinting or exerting yourself very heavily. And even then, you would breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Or if you're talking, right? It's hard to talk through your nose. And so one of the things that we remind people of is that breathing through your nose is actually very therapeutic in so many ways. So let's go through the anatomy and physiology of it. So one is that when we breathe through our nose, we pressurize the air. So it's always going to feel more restrictive to breathe through your nose because your nose is actually slowing the air down. And we want to slow down the air because the inside lining of our nose, the mucosal membrane of our lining of our nasal mucosa, is loaded with nitric oxide. And by slowing down the air, it filters the air, but it also causes it to interact with our nasal mucosa. And that nasal mucosa has nitric oxide, which kills viruses, bacteria, and pathogens on contact. So your immune system actually starts in your nose. Most people don't know that. They think their immune system is some nebulous thing somewhere in their body, but it literally starts in your nose. Remember, you breathe 30 pounds of air every day. So you consume more air in a day than food you would in a week. So you actually interact with the outside world more through your nose than any other system or organ in your body. So the nose is designed to slow down the air and then kind of cleanse the air. It pressure regulates the air. So we increase the oxygen delivery by about 20%. To the lungs by pressurizing the air. It also moisture regulates the air. It temperature regulates the air. So now the air is literally being perfected before it goes into our lungs. Now remember, our lungs have a microbiome. Just like our gut has a microbiome, our skin has a microbiome, our mouth has a microbiome, our lungs also have a microbiome. And if you ask any microbiologist, what's the dirtiest part of your body? They're going to tell you it's your mouth. So breathing through your mouth is actually sending all this bacterial particle and waste products into your lungs, thereby causing your lung microbiome to become imbalanced and causing your immune system to be constantly working on rebalancing and kind of dealing with whatever your oral microbiome is sending its way. Our oral microbiome is meant to interact with our digestive microbiome, not with our lung microbiome. So we want to breathe through our nose because it perfects the air, pressurizes the air, temperature regulates the air, and it creates the most perfect air for our lungs to then get that oxygen delivery into our body.